So I decided to look up how birth order affects personality because I have one younger brother who's a freshman, and I've just found that my relationship with him seems to be different than a lot of other people who have siblings because we almost never fight. We're like basically best friends, and I normally don't hear that when I talk to other people. So I wanted to see if there was like any reason why this was happening. And there are like a lot of things that affect your personality, which is based on your family, like the gender of all the kids, number of kids in the family, the like number of years that are between them. But there were a lot of like patterns and trends that people have noticed when they're doing like case studies on people who are like firstborn, middle, and the baby of the family. Firstborn kids are normally like reliable and structured, so they feel like there's only one correct way to do something. And if they can't get it right, they'll kind of like beat themselves up about it. They're high achievers and they're very dependent and trustworthy. And obviously they're kind of like almost an experiment for parents because it's their first time raising a kid, so it's like a lot of work to go through. And so parents will rely on them, and they'll put a lot of like high expectations on them. And then when they eventually have younger siblings, they'll want them to help take care of the younger siblings. So they're usually perfectionists, and they'll choose professions that are in medicine or politics. And since they probably enjoyed being an only child for a while, sometimes they'll resent their younger siblings because they came and got their parents' attention. So they'll develop like attention-seeking behaviors to try and like get back their parents and kind of remind them of the days when they were the only child. And they also find that they need a lot of approval from authority figures, and they'll have really good communication skills with older people, like adults, because they just find that they can connect more with them. The middle child, it's very different because there could be 3 children in a family, so you only have one older sibling and one younger, or there could be like 7 kids, and you find that they're like siblings who are also feeling the same way as you, but they're not the oldest or the youngest, so they're not like one extreme or the other. And so they'll feel left out, and they'll either tend to be people pleasers or they'll become very rebellious because they feel robbed of attention because they're not seen as the oldest or the youngest. So the middle child will usually tend to move away like when they get older because they form like very good friendships and bonds with people outside of their family, because since they kind of feel like they don't get the attention in their family, they move out and they form a lot of bonds with like other people, and they try and like become their own person. And they also can usually play off their older siblings, like sometimes they'll try and copy them and like do what they do, but it depends on the gender because there could be an oldest son and then the middle child is like a girl, so she is the oldest girl in the family, but she still is not one extreme or the other. And then the baby is usually fun-loving, outgoing, seeking attention, free-spirited, and they've always been treated as the baby, so they can do no wrong. And they usually will grow up and find that being funny and cute will bring them like attention and approval, so they'll kind of like carry those tendencies throughout their life. And they get the least amount of discipline usually, so they learn how to be manipulative because they're used to like getting what they want. They know how to like kind of act cute and be like, oh, well, I'm the youngest, so this is what I want. Only children tend to be very similar to the firstborns. They're like perfectionists, they're very diligent, and they're leaders because they think that they can do everything for themselves. They're mature for their age, and they either have the privilege or the burden of having their parents' support and expectations. So it's either a good thing because they get all the attention and like support from their parents, or it's a bad thing because their parents never get off their back. And usually they'll like grow up more quickly because they spend more time around adults than other children. Like they don't really have siblings to play with, and they find that they can like connect more to adults. And there are like so many things that affect people's personalities. Like in AP Psych, I know a lot of you are taking that. We're learning about nature versus nurture, which is like the nature is like biologically who are you, like this is just who you are, and then nurture is like events in your life that end up shaping who you are, and like people who come into your life and affect you. And every like family, like siblings and families are so different, but these are just like the main trends that they kind of have found will like be personality traits of these kids. And the thesis that I found was that birth order is an influence, not a destiny. So you will probably find that you have like some of the traits of whatever child you are in your family, but that doesn't like ultimately plan out who you're going to be in life, because you make decisions and people and events, whether it's like a big tragedy or a big accomplishment, that's going to change